Bonjour à tout le monde et bienvenue à Alcalà Technology. Well, I am sorry I had to do this. We have a Renault, a French car, and I really love it. It's a Renault GT5 Turbo. It's incredible car. Actually, car coming from France. Well, I want to explain you a lot of things of this car, and I will explain you during these chapters that we will have and the full film that we will do. As you can see, the car, well, from 2 meters is looking really good, but when you go deeply in, you can see that the car has different colors on it, the interiors, the engine has some issues, but you know what we really like to have? Let me show you. We like to have from the customers a list of things to do in their cars, because sometimes when, well, I receive a lot of emails saying I have this car, 2 pictures of the car, and I want to do a full restoration. But well, full restoration it can be, well, there is only one way: disassemble the full car. But when the car cannot have the price, I mean doesn't have the price of this full restoration, what we need to have is a list of things that you want us to do, like the paint, new tires, change the ball joints, do whatever in the insides. For example, in this one we're gonna do kind of things in the carburetor, clutch. We will clean all the engine bay as it is the original paint, so we're not gonna remove the internal paint of the engine bay. But yeah, for example, here it has the windscreen scratch, so we have to remove it. All the plastics, as you can see, we will do the new painting. And yeah, I don't want to be speaking anymore, and let's go, follow me, and let's try the car on the road. So we are here inside the Renault 5. As I said, it's a GT Turbo, and yeah, it's quite cool dash, right? So what I really like from the past is, you know, the click of all the buttons, how they, well, it's just another feeling as the new ones that you are, you know, swiping up and down, right and left for all these screens. So yeah, well, as we arrive until here in the top of the mountain, we have the car already in proper conditions of temperature. All right. One of the things that the customer asked us to do, it was, yeah, so this button is not really working well. We need to set up the carburetor, as when it's heated, it's quite difficult to start, as you could see. And so yeah, let's see some feelings. Actually, I never drove a Renault 5 before. Actually, the first impression is really, well, cool, let's say, because it has this turbo that it's not the same turbo as we are used to feel in the nowadays cars. So this Renault 5 turbo were well known because they were blowing, and when they were up to certain reps, bang, the turbo was shooting. So the feeling, I can tell you, it's one of the best I haven't seen in my life driven classic cars, because most of them they were atmospheric, and I can tell you I really like it. So yeah, well, first feelings from the steering column, there is, you know, some gap that it can be from the end of the steering column that has like a dice that maybe it's a little bit, you know, old, so maybe we need to change. Then also from the gear I can feel a little bit, you know, too much movement, so maybe we need to change the caps that it has inside, because it takes really long to change. And yeah, so let's check the turbo. So as you can see here in the dash, we have a turbo blower that shows how the turbo and when it blows. You will see now. I will throttle down. 3, 2, 1, up, bam. And now it's giving us the shot. It's like a launch mode that you just push the throttle and bang, you have it. Fuck's sake. It's really cool, that. And it's really fast when the turbo is blowing. So it's a light car. Yeah, we're gonna change all the brakes, because you can feel a little bit of vibrating when we brake. Suspension is also a little bit loose. You can see, sorry for the guys watching in the screen, but yeah, you can feel it quite smooth, but need to be changed because it's from the past or never been changed. I can tell you the drive is really cool. So as I said, it's a light car. The brakes really, they are braking, not as a Ferrari or those, because they have a bigger ones, but for the car itself, actually it brakes pretty well. I'm sorry for that, but yeah, let's give the last push. I really love that feeling. This engine is in the front, so when the turbo blows and you are a little bit steering, you can feel the oversteer, that the car goes out of the road because of the power of the turbo. But I mean, well, you know that when you are in a curve, you need to full throttle one at the end. And well, I'm not a really proper driver, but I love the mechanics and all the systems. But yeah, sometimes when I have the opportunity to drive a car before we do all the disassembly and then test the car after, so if the feeling now is a proper feeling of drive, I mean, as I said, the steering is a bit loose and the suspension and so on, but when we finish, that's going to be absolutely really classic car from the ages, but nailed. So yeah, let's start the disassembly. Hey, remember to give us a like and subscribe. Bye!